Hello, everyone. I am here because I am going to talk about how I've recently realized that I am non-binary and transmasculine. This has been a lifelong development. The very first time that I mentioned something like this was when I was 4 years old. I told my parents that I wanted to be a boy and that I wanted my name to be Thomas. I don't really like the name Thomas now. Nothing against it. If there's any Thomases watching, it's just not my thing. So a little bit about me. I am 31 years old, and I have been in this body long enough to know that I do not enjoy being in this body, especially after childbirth. That kind of really feminized my body a lot. I am currently in nursing school, so that's been cool too. I love it. I actually just got on the dean's list last semester, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I've come a long way, and I'm a little bit of a late bloomer because I have ADHD, which played a big role in kind of keeping me from reaching my full potential when I was younger. Now I'm medicated. I take Adderall. I also take Elavil, which is marketed as an antidepressant, but I take it as a nerve pain medication because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Everything on my body likes to dislocate. It's not a good time, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about why I don't enjoy my female form and what I am going to do about it. So, growing up, I was in a conservative family, very religious, deep south. It's not where I'm at now, thankfully. I'm in a more progressive city. It was very taboo for me to want to cut my hair. I started wanting to cut my hair off when I was 5 years old. I hated wearing dresses. I still hate wearing dresses, even though I do like some feminine clothing. So it took a long time. I think I was 12 years old when I was finally allowed to chop my hair off. And that was really cool, though I did get made fun of a lot in school for that, which is something I've moved past, thankfully. Very common when I was younger to be made fun of for being different, as I'm sure it still is now. Sorry, I thought somebody was knocking at the door. But now my family that I have is super cool. I met my husband almost 7 years ago. Well, actually, no, it was 7 years ago on the 8th. So the 8th is coming up. Today is the 5th of August in 2020. Husband is very accepting of who I am as a person. I've always, presented androgynously for the most part. I am not feminine at all in my actions. Well, rarely. So that was cool. I did actually just have my first in-depth conversation with him about this the other day, and he was very accepting. He did have some hang-ups about me potentially wanting a dick, but that's not something that I'm looking for in my transition. Not that it isn't a valid thing that some people want. That's just not what I want. He also likes my boobs, which I'm mostly apathetic about. I don't like them at this size. I want them to be smaller so I can bind better, but other than that, I don't really care. I'll keep the boobs. I haven't come out to anyone about this yet. I have couple close friends that I plan on telling in the near future, but I don't want to tell anybody right now because I'm just not ready to do that much mental work. I feel like if you've come out, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's a lot to think about and it's a lot to process. Not only to tell someone that you don't embrace the typical gender norms or sexual norms, but the after effects of that are very, hard to bear as well. There's lots of, back and forth over it, and then people want to know why and how long, and so many questions about so many different things. And the more people you tell, the more conversations you have to have about it. And that's just something that I'm not ready for yet. I work full-time currently. I'm in nursing school full-time. I have 2 beautiful children. I have a husband. I have a life, and I don't have that much time to give of my life explaining that part of myself yet. And that's why I'm not going to do it right now. I probably will eventually, especially since, I am planning on starting testosterone therapy soon. My first appointment is on the 17th, so that is 12 days from now. I'm kind of excited, a little nervous, but my doctor is trans friendly and I think it's going to go well. I've taken a lot of time to articulate my thoughts to myself and to take notes on how I feel about my body and the parts of it that I'm dysphoric about. So I think that's going to be okay. What other things? Sorry, I have notes because, again, ADHD is a bitch. So if I don't write notes, I won't say the things that I want to say. So that's why I'm looking over here. But anyway, some things that I am doing to prepare myself for this transition include not only going on testosterone, but I've also been weight training. Yeah, you can't see because the stupid female meat sack doesn't like to gain muscle and show muscle the way that the male body does. But they're there, I promise. I'm getting much stronger. I've actually lost 15 pounds in the last 3 months that I gained from quitting smoking and having a hysterectomy due to unrelated circumstances last November. So happy about losing weight. I've got my diet under control. I'm eating lots of proteins and whole foods. I'm not depriving myself. I did cut out a lot of sugar and I drink water aside from my one weakness. Red Bull. I love Red Bull. This is sugar-free, pear Red Bull. It tastes just like pears. So I can live with this. And this is what I have in the morning and usually throughout a lot of the day. Just one because it takes me a long time to drink it. And then water. Lots and lots of water. Water is good for you. Be healthy. As for the type of exercise I do, I started out doing cardio and I lost a lot of weight. I'm not here to sell you anything, but I used Beachbody. I didn't use the Shakeology or any of that other shit. Just the workouts and just cutting the sugar and a lot of the carbs from my diet. I do still have carbs. I ate pigs in blanket last night. I don't do that every night of the week though. Usually it's a lean meat with some sweet potatoes or some brown rice or something like that. Let's see, what else have I got on my little list? Oh, so yes, working out. But now I'm doing a lot of weightlifting. So gaining the muscle, getting ready to, really dive deep into that. I'm only doing weightlifting about 4 days a week now. But I do plan on diving deeper into that once the testosterone starts really, kicking in and giving me a little more energy and a little more strength, so I can progress in making my body do what I want it to do with the help of hormones. So that is that for how I'm wanting to shape my physique. I want my boobs to shrink a little bit. I do plan on getting a binder at some point. I almost got one last year, but I chickened out. But now that I've told my husband and I know that he's supportive and I have, him in my corner, I feel more confident about getting the binder. So I will be getting a binder. I'll probably unbox it on here and try it on and stuff. So there's that. I need to do something about my face. So I don't know if you can see, the lighting in my room is very bad. I have awful acne everywhere, and that's not on hormones. That's just my face and my skin, and it's terrible and I hate it. So I need to find a really good skincare routine, or potentially talk to my doctor about my acne issues as well. I also pick when I'm anxious. I'm not scared to admit that. I've kind of wrecked my chin over the last few months. A lot of stressful events have happened over the last few months, which I can dive more in detail about in later videos if people are interested. But everything's fine now. I'm feeling really stable and grounded in my life right now, which is why I think I finally made this decision. Some of the things that I want to gain from testosterone treatment are that body fat redistribution. It's a long word. I obviously have lots of fat in the boobs that I want to go away. I want these to be smaller. I will stand up for you. I'm going to show you what my physique looks like right now. Oh, God. My cat's behind me. I don't want to step on her. So right now, this is what my body looks like. Oh, look at that. So shapely and feminine. Oh. I do have a little bit of a gut I'm still working on, but I've birthed 2 children and had a hysterectomy last year. This is very curvy and ladylike, and I don't want that. I want the hips mostly. I want this to go more up here. Yeah, I like that straight line. I want my thighs to be maybe a little, not so like out. I don't know if that's going to be possible because of the fact that I've birthed children, so my hips are just bigger now. And again, I just want more muscle, and I'm actively like moving in that direction anyway, before the T on purpose, so that hopefully it just like, over the next couple months, things will just start to pop and look nice, like I want them to look. So yeah, weightlifting, skincare routine, eating healthfully, quit smoking. I'm on the right combination of medications right now, so I actually feel like I'm the most stable that I've ever been in my life. I'm bettering my life. I'm in school. I'm working. My kids are happy and healthy. My relationship with my husband is 100, as always. Not that we don't have our disagreements sometimes, but he's my best friend. So that's cool to have. What else have I got to talk about with you guys? I don't have pronouns. I know that people have gotten really into pronouns, and I can understand how that would play a large part in other people's identity. It does not play a big part in the way I identify myself, though. I honestly don't care if someone calls me she or he or them. I don't have a preference. I also haven't thought about changing my birth name. That doesn't really seem appealing to me right now. Maybe it will in the future, but it doesn't right now. Let's see. I think that's pretty much all I want to say. I'm excited to hear what my voice sounds like as these next few months go on. I have a naturally deep voice already as a woman, so I'm interested to see if that will go any deeper. I do like to sing as a hobby. I'm not saying I'm like really good. I can carry a tune, but it's not like good, but I do enjoy doing it frequently. I do it while I drive all the time. Me and my husband like to sing together as a hobby, just, to have fun. So I'm curious to see what this is going to do to my voice. I usually take over the alto part of songs anyway, sometimes the baritone, just because of how deep my voice is naturally. So I'm kind of looking forward to reaching some lower notes, but I'm slightly depressed about maybe missing some of the higher notes that I can usually hit. But that's, it comes with a package, so that's fine for all the benefits that I personally will be getting out of testosterone treatment. I'm willing to sacrifice some of the higher notes in my voice range. I think that is all I have for you guys today, or myself. This is, like I said, mostly just a video journal so I can hear myself and see myself over time, and maybe help somebody else out. I know there are a lot of videos and blogs about, male to female transitions and female to male transitions, and that's awesome. That's great, because those are necessary, for the people like me who are starting out on this journey, and it's scary and it's nerve-wracking, it's exciting, and want to know what happens. So this is just my way of giving non-binary folks a kind of one example out of however many that happen, of how the process goes. So I'll plan on doing videos about once a week. I'm sure it probably won't gain too much steam yet, but this is the start of my journey. I will see you guys next week, where I will plan to talk more about binding and more about the specific effects of testosterone that I'm looking for and the parts that I'm worried about. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.